A Roadster feel and powerful engines. Two-seaters entering a class of their own. The Audi TT versus the BMW Z4 Roadster, both with soft tops for real purists. 250 horsepower versus 265. A classic Roadster versus a smooth, luxurious drive. But are the differences really so great? The Audi TT has clearly grown up. With a 3.2-litre engine and Quattro technology, the Audi promises to be a fun drive. It has 250 horsepower and costs from €43,800. The CO2 emissions of 250 grams per kilometre could be better. The BMW's 3-litre six-cylinder inline engine produces 265 horsepower. With a long bonnet and low seating position, it's available for €41,750. Just like the Audi, the Z4's top speed is also 250 kilometers per hour. Two beauties in their purest forms. The TT has become more sharp-edged and has lost its baby-faced look. This is a car that wants to get ahead. The Audi appears sporty and grown up. With the top down, the TT is quite a lady killer. The rounded tail is gone, and its new sharp rear will attract attention. The electronic spoiler provides downforce. Under the bonnet growls a V6 engine, which sets hearts racing. The Z4 has a completely different character. In contrast to its soon-to-be-released hardtop successor, this is pure Roadster, a brawny front, an aggressive look, long bonnet and short tail. The driver is seated almost on the rear axle and becomes one with his BMW. The Z4 has a defiant and powerful feel. It radiates a very different charm to the TT. The Z4's six-cylinder engine roars and says, "I'm bristling with power." And this sound is, of course, best experienced unfiltered. The Z4's soft top can be retracted in just 7 seconds. The TT's takes significantly longer, but it can also perform this task while driving at slower speeds, up to 50 kilometers per hour. The electronic wind deflector comes as standard. The TT lies just a shade ahead in terms of feel and design. Our Roadsters shouldn't just be attractive, but also a little bit practical. In the Hochkönig region of the Alps, we carefully examined their suitability for holiday purposes. Luggage for a short break? No problem. But how about souvenirs from the holiday resort or sports equipment? A couple of crates of good wine and a golf bag? How do our test cars cope? The TT opens further, but underneath it hides a very high boot sill. With 260 litres, the Z4 offers 10 litres more volume, but the surface of the boot is uneven. But for a Roadster, what's really important isn't the luggage space, but definitely the exterior. So we asked some hotel employees for their opinion. I think BMW is sportier and Audi is more classical. I prefer a sporty car. 1-0 for the Z4. Looking at the exterior, they are not very different, although the Audi has a slight advantage.
Ja, Wahnsinn.
The sound is certainly also phenomenal. An equalizer. The Audi, sleek, nice forms, beautiful interior. I like the Audi more.
Schöne Innenausstattung. Der Audi gefällt mir besser.
The Audi takes the lead.
Schön gezogene Linien.
Nice lines. It definitely seems very sporty.
Ja, also wirkt sicherlich sehr sportlich. Aggressiv wirkender Motor.
Aggressive engine. Well done.
Gut gelungen.
A draw at 2 votes each.
Sieht auch sportlich aus.
It does look very sporty, but I'd go for that one. It just looks better, sportier, and more fun on tours.
Kommt besser bei Touren an. Ich nehme
I'll take this one. The austere Z4 wins the public vote by a narrow margin. Our Z4 is extravagantly decked out in blue and black leather. That's a matter of taste. Unfortunately, the poor workmanship stands out in a negative way. A €53,000 car should not look like this. The controls are businesslike as always and limited to the essentials. There's nothing here to distract the driver from his mission, driving. The TT is a completely different picture. A refined leather interior, high-quality workmanship, and the luxury of a saloon. Does a Roadster need this many bells and whistles? Yes, if it can manage it, the TT can. There are plenty of sporty elements, and our test car even has an iPod dock, although unfortunately it has the shortcoming. The system doesn't recognize song titles, which can be quite annoying. There's definitely more here for the same price. The points for the good life go to the TT. But 3-litre engines call for a competition. The 265 horsepower and high-rev concept Z4 demonstrates how it's done and gives cause for celebration. With its hard-as-a-board M-Sport suspension and rear-wheel drive, the BMW demands full attention and in return offers concentrated power and genuine driving fun. The DSC keeps the Roadster firmly on its tracks without ruining things for the driver. The Z4 is direct in every respect. In sports mode, the engine is even more responsive to the gas pedal. The gear shift is as crisp as any BMW, demands precision from the driver. The TT is noticeably heavier, but with its four-wheel drive, it goes through the switchbacks faster rather than slower. Due to the magnetic ride system, the suspension is sporty and yet more comfortable than the BMW. The suspension adjusts to the road conditions in milliseconds. The V6 engine has a raw sound and draws its power from below, quite the opposite of the BMW's engine. The 6-speed manual gearbox with optional gear lever travel reduction is the perfect addition. But consumption comes down on the negative side. The TT used 14 litres of Super Plus during the test. And so the slightly clumsier Audi has to relinquish the performance crown to the Z4. The TT and the Z4 suit different needs. The Z4 offers a pure roadster feel combined with a brawny and emotionally charged engine. The low level of comfort due to the M-Sport suspension and the poor workmanship lose the Z4 points. The TT offers more comfort. Its superior traction, thanks to four-wheel drive, and its higher quality and more spacious interior are impressive, unlike its consumption. In the end, the new TT Roadster wins by a narrow margin because Audi found the better compromise between sportiness and comfort. Taken as the sum of its parts, it's a car's length ahead of the Z4.